She never loved you. She weaponized your hunger. Read that again. Your deepest craving, the one that drives you to sacrifice, to chase, to prove yourself, was never about her heart. It was her tool, and you handed it to her. Every time you bent, every time you gave more than you got, you sharpened the blade she used against you. But what if that blade was forged in your own biology? What silent calculation runs through her mind the moment she senses your need? Hold that thought, because by the end, you'll see why chasing validation isn't love, it's surrender. This is dark male code. No motivation, no filler, no lies. Just the frameworks they never taught you, and the truths they hoped you'd never find. You know the pain, that hollow ache after another late-night text goes unanswered. The boardroom promotion you crushed, only to come home to her distant stare, making you question if you're enough. In the pub with mates in London, laughing off the breakup, but inside replaying every concession you made, changing your weekend plans for her, muting your opinions to avoid conflict, dimming your drive because she said you worked too much. You gave pieces of yourself, expecting loyalty in return. Instead, you got indifference. Validation withdrawn like a drug dealer cutting supply, and you chase harder, thinking it's passion. But it's not. It's a primal hook embedded deep in your male psyche, designed to keep you orbiting her world while yours crumbles. Enter the validation vortex. This mechanism isn't romance, it's a psychological sinkhole. Schopenhauer nailed it. Desire isn't fulfillment, it's endless suffering. Your brain releases dopamine hits when she approves, but withdrawal spikes cortisol, eroding your testosterone-driven confidence. Psychologically, it works by exploiting your evolutionary wiring. Men seek status through provision, but modern validation ties it to her whims. In a New York office, you stay late not for the deal, but to afford the lifestyle she hints at wanting. She doesn't say it outright, she lets your hunger fill the gaps. Result, you spiral, sacrificing autonomy for fleeting affirmation. But why does this vortex pull stronger on men? Because society sold you the lie that manhood means protecting her happiness at the cost of yours. Picture this. You're at a Toronto networking event, suited up, commanding the room. A woman across the bar locks eyes, sharp, assessing. You approach, conversation flows. Weeks later, dates in trendy spots, her laughter validating your edge. But cracks appear. She pulls back during your busy quarter at work. You compensate, cancel golf with buddies, send flowers unprompted. Her response? Lukewarm. Now you're hooked in the vortex, questioning your moves. Behavioral instruction. Next time she withdraws, mirror it. Go silent for 48 hours, no explanations. This resets the frame, shows your world doesn't revolve around her validation. Dopamine injection. But what if her pullback isn't disinterest, it's a subconscious test of your strength?
Now, deepen it with the shadow surrender. Jung's shadow archetype explains why you betray yourself, the unintegrated parts of your psyche, fear of abandonment, suppressed aggression, surface in relationships, making you yield control. Psychologically, surrender happens when her emotional unpredictability triggers your anima projection, idealizing her as the missing piece, but it's an illusion. In a Sydney gym post-breakup, you hit weights harder, yet mentally replay her criticisms. She called you too intense, code for threatening her comfort. You toned it down, lost your fire. Framework depth. This surrender erodes masculine polarity. Women test boundaries to gauge stability, but yielding signals weakness. Concrete action. Inventory your concessions weekly. List 3, e.g., skip to promotion opportunity to be home more. Counter each with reversal. Pursue the opportunity next time. Frame it as non-negotiable. Identity contrast. Are you the provider she respects or the shadow pleading for scraps? If you're still here, you already operate differently from most men watching this. Subscribe to Dark Male Code. No filler, no recycled advice, just the systems that rewire how you operate. Unmask the Primal Ledger. This is her hidden calculation, the one planted earlier. Nietzsche would call it the will to power inverted, yours subdued by her survival instincts. Psychologically, women evaluate mates not for soul connection, but genetic fitness and resource security. Evolutionary psych backs it. Hypergamy drives her to trade up subconsciously. In a Manchester pub crawl, she laughs at your jokes, but scans the room. Not malice, biology. You interpret it as love. She logs your status markers, job stability, emotional resilience, physical presence. If you chase, ledger tips against you. Neediness deducts points. Open loop resolved. That calculation, stability over passion. She asks herself, can he provide without crumbling? Behavioral shift. Audit interactions like a CEO reviews finances. Note her tests, delayed responses, vague plans. Respond with detachment. Sounds good, but I'm booked. Watch her re-engage. Unresolved tease. What if failing her ledger isn't loss, it's liberation?
Layer in the Detachment Doctrine. Marcus Aurelius taught impulse control. Apply it here to shatter validation chains. Psychologically, detachment starves the vortex by redirecting hormonal drives. Testosterone surges from self-mastery, not her approval. Epictetus echoes, control what you can, your frame. In a Chicago winter, post-argument, you don't text apologies. Instead, hit the weights, close a deal. She circles back, confused by your calm. Doctrine mechanics. It flips polarity. Your indifference becomes her chase trigger. Scenario: UK corporate ladder climb. She flakes on dinner. Old you? Rescheduled desperately. New you? No worries. Enjoy your night. Internal resistance. Feels like rejection. Counter. Recall Aurelius. External events don't harm, your judgment does. Results in 7 days. Heightened respect as she senses an unshakable core. Dopamine hit. But is true detachment cold or the ultimate warmth towards yourself? Refined with the autonomy anchor. Robert Greene's mastery laws apply. Seduction isn't pursuit, it's strategic withdrawal. Psychologically, anchoring autonomy rebuilds your identity from validation addict to sovereign operator. Dostoevsky's underground man rebelled against illusions. You do the same. In LA traffic jam, ruminating on her silence, shift. Call a mentor, plan a solo hike. Framework, it integrates shadow by owning needs without outsourcing them. Behavioral protocol. Daily ritual. 10 minutes journaling unmet validations, then self-supply one. Example, gym PR for internal win. Tension spike. What buried resentment boils when you stop surrendering? Action protocol launches now. Step 1. Inventory illusions. List 5 romantic beliefs. Example, sacrifice proves love. Psychological reason. Exposes Schopenhauer's desire trap, freeing cognitive bandwidth. Resistance. Feels nihilistic. Counter. Frame as power audit. Results in 72 hours. Clarity on past errors. Step 2. Enforce no chase rule. For 30 days, initiate zero validation-seeking contact. Works because it starves her ledger, forcing rebalance. Resistance, loneliness spike. Counter, channel to pursuits like career pivots. Visible shift in 2 weeks, her pursuit or your indifference. Step 3, shadow integration exercise. Weekly, confront a suppressed trait. Example, assertiveness in boardrooms. Jungian depth, unites psyche, boosting resilience. Resistance, vulnerability fear. Counter, start small, like declining a minor request. Results in 10 days, amplified presence. Step 4, frame reset protocol. In conversations, lead with your agenda. Example, we're doing this my way. Machiavelli's influence, power through appearances. Resistance, guilt from niceness conditioning. Counter, visualize respect gained. Time frame, immediate tension, resolution in 1 week with stronger dynamics. This core mechanism hits hard. Romantic love isn't connection, it's a biological ledger balancing her security against your surrender.
You emerge not as the chaser, but the architect, unmoved, unbreakable, commanding respect without begging. Ignore this, and reality bites. Years lost orbiting illusions, career stalled by emotional drain, identity reduced to her approval. Or embrace it, become the man women pursue because you need nothing from them. This isn't optional, it's evolution or extinction. Choose. There's one more layer to this. Not what you do, what you stop doing, and why stopping it feels like losing yourself. That's next. Dark male code. If this rewired something, the next video goes deeper. Dark male code. Built for men done being ordinary. Subscribe if you're ready. Leave if you're not.